Hey everyone, Matthew Parsons, Knoxville Real Estate Expert, and it is Valentine's Day, and so I'm going to spend time in a neighborhood that I love, and that is Kingsgate. I've been a resident of Kingsgate for the last 18 years. It's where we moved when we moved to Knoxville, and we are still there. Still love to be part of this community. Kingsgate, for those of you who are unaware, is a what I like to call a starter neighborhood in the Farragut area. Now, Farragut has lots of neighborhoods at lots of different price points, but this neighborhood, along with a Thornton Heights or Stonecrest, are going to be the neighborhoods that are going to be the entry level for a lot of people. Homes in Kingsgate start around $300,000 and go from there. In fact, actually, out of all the homes that we're going to be talking about, 325 is going to be the least expensive. So there are 6 homes that we're going to be talking about today. Uh, None of them are active. We have 3 we have 2 that have closed. We have 3 that are under contract, and we have 1 that has expired. That's all that's been happening in the Kingsgate market in the last about 30 to 60 days. So really quick, let's share with you guys a little bit of the screen that I have going on here. We're going to start off with 11641 Foxford. It's on the south side of Midhurst, and that one has been on the market for 74 days with an original list price of $406,000. Then its last list price was $380,000, so they dropped it over the 74 days. We don't know what the final sales price is going to be, but it is a typical split foyer neighborhood home in Kingsgate. And so here's a picture of what that looks like. This is offered by Open Door, and they did some of the virtual staging, as you can see. Good sized front yard, backyard a little bit smaller. And yeah, so it's got the fireplace downstairs. Again, pretty typical for what we would see in Kingsgate. Next up, we actually have a ranch, and this ranch is 11809 Autumn Leaves Lane. This one was listed at $389,000 and was, boom, snatched up immediately. 0 days on market. We're going to find out what that actually ended up selling for. And here's a picture of that. Autumn Leaves is when you're heading down East Kingsgate, get to Midhurst, and then you keep going till it dead ends. Turn right, that's going to be Autumn Leaves. And so this property is a ranch, and a great home. You can tell that they've made some updates, which are really, really nice. This one is offered up by Keller Williams Signature. In addition to that, the other pending one is going to be offered up by Realty Executives, and that one's 12015 Midhurst. This one was listed at $325. This was this last weekend, and it basically went off the market almost immediately. Not off the market, but under contract over the course of the weekend. It was listed at $325. A couple things about this. It's 1,944 square feet. However, I want you to see some of these pictures that we've got here. Take a look at these. We've got some outside pictures. So you can see where the inside definitely, man, it's a blank canvas, like literally blank. Stuff still being roughed in. That was listed at $325. That was under contract almost immediately. January 3rd was 11916 West Kingsgate. That one sold. I know that because I was part of that transaction. And so I helped make that one happen. In fact, actually, I've bought and sold more homes in Kingsgate than anyone else over the last 8 years. And so this was another one. This was another acquisition for us here in the Kingsgate subdivision. And this one is, again, it's a basement ranch, but it's also that typical floor plan with the kitchen and the 3 bedrooms on the end. That one was listed at $350,000 and actually ended up selling for $365,000. And then last, well, I shouldn't say last, of the closes, we also have the one that was right there on Peterson that was offered by Open Door. And you can see the photos of that one right here. Again, this one's done by Open Door, so they've got the virtual staging and all that kind of stuff. Updates throughout, but it has some nice features like a fenced-in backyard, things like that. That closed at $356,000. That one was actually originally listed at $385,000, went down to $366,000 was the list price, and then finally it sold for $356,000. All right, so that was the price on that one. Then last but not least, we have 505 Golden Harvest, which is actually in Turkey Creek Woods. And this one was listed originally at $510,000. This one was also courtesy of Keller Williams Realty. That's who the photos are through. And you can see this one is a ranch as well over there. It was listed at 510 originally, went down to 499. It was on the market for over 210 days. That has now expired. So there you go. That's kind of what's happening in the Kingsgate market neighborhood. Listen, I live here. I know this market really well. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Kingsgate, Farragut, Knoxville, whatever the case may be, give me a call at 865-761-9797. You can also text me at that number because it is my cell phone. I'm Matthew Parsons, Knoxville Real Estate Expert. Thank you and God bless.